So the Saturday before last, I almost severed 3 of my fingers. It was an accident. And I told 2 people that I know about it. Today is Thursday, the 22nd. I had the accident. Let's be clear. I had the accident Saturday on the 10th, actually. I should have known that because I said 10 days in. My motto for 2026 was back to work. So I started the carpet cleaning business back up. I started my legal back up. And I said 10 days into my year, I almost severed my fingers. And now my shit gonna be fucked up for about 2 months. But that's not why I'm here today. I want to tell you guys something, and I want everybody to always learn from my mistakes. Not so much, this is not a mistake, but I want y'all to understand that you should always stand firm on your beliefs and never come off your beliefs, not 1%, not even 1%. Because then that 1% will allow 100% of the bullshit in. All right? Just know that. Allowing 1% of the bullshit in, dropping your standards and dropping your beliefs 1% allows 100% of the bullshit in. So I told Dave and I told my friend Calvin. I told everybody else that I just stabbed my hand with the steak knife. Why? The reason why I did that, because at 57 years old, I am not allowing pick a care. Yeah. I'm not allowing pick a care. You know what pick a care is? You know what pick a care is? Pick a care is when there's somebody that shows interest in you. They will call it like you. They will call it themselves liking you. But a person they will say that they like you. And then when you have needs, they pick which one to care about. Pick a care. So I'm going to give you an example. And I want to be clear about something. I grew into this. This wasn't something that I was dialed in on when I was younger. This is where I'm at now on this January 22nd, 2026, at 57 years old. So the reason why I didn't tell people is, like I said, pick a care. So pick a care is when you have 10 things to care about. And they say, well, I can help you with 5, 6, and 9. But I said 10. But they said they can help you with 5, 6, and 9. So they'll see you go through 1. They'll see you when you go through 2. They'll see you when you go through 3. They'll see you when you go through 4. Help you on 5 and 6. They'll see you when you go through 7. They'll see you when you go through 8. They'll see and then help you. They'll care about it 9. And they'll see you when you go through 10. And don't care about 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, and 10. They'll just care about 5, 6, and 9. And then these same said people will come into your life and come around you and act like when you have something, when you almost, when you just fuck your shit up. They'll come to you with all this adamant caring. And then let me help you understand where Nerdmatics has driven me to understand. In the world of an entrepreneur, in making money, the most thing that I need from anybody that I hook up with is them knowing how to video edit. I'm gonna say it. So let me come out of my situation for a second. I remember this guy. I remember this guy. Let me just leave this right here. I gotta get a new phone. Tell Lydia to pick me up a new phone. It's like as soon as you touch the damn phone, the screen just jumps. All right, so I remember this guy. And all this guy did was ran the streets. That's all he did. All he did was ran the streets. And he wanted to mimic me. They say imitation is the greatest form of flattery. I assure you, it's some shit that gets on your fucking nerves. But this is at the time in my life when I wasn't as I am dialed in now. Now I don't give a fuck about nobody but my dogs. I told y'all this. I'm not helping nobody with nothing. You know, I know you and your niece came over your house and threw up all on your carpet. Yep, I got a brand new brand new commercial grade carpet cleaner machine like I had before. I'm not coming to do nothing. You need help, don't call me. Don't call me up telling me about your problems. Don't tell me nothing. If it's got nothing to do with my house, I don't care nothing about you. And I'm glad to be here because I should have been here 20 years ago. Allow me to continue. Let me go back and say this. So, I'll stay on that. So, this dude running the streets, and the one thing that I needed, I always talked about, he made sure he got a girl that did it for him. It was a strike on me. It was, look here, nigga, you being all wanting love and you being wanting this and being wanting that. I can instantly get a bitch to do this for me. Still today, I haven't had a woman do that for me. I know women that do it, that claim they like me, but they won't do it for me. So, the individuals, people, don't understand the perspective and how I add things up today and to say this. If you're not going to help me in the need of me making money and bettering my company, what makes you think that when I have an accident with a circular saw, you're going to help me? I had my accident January 10th. I spent Thanksgiving, my birthday, and Christmas by myself. But 10 days into the New Year's by myself. New Year's is 9 days from January 10th. I spent all that by myself, but 9 days after spending the bringing of the new year in by myself, 9 days after that, I have an accident, and they will expect me to think that I think that they would help me. You know, when I go see my psychiatrist every Friday now, and I told her that, she was like, I don't understand. And when I broke it down to her, my psychiatrist be looking at me like, and she even told me, she said, you should be sitting in this chair. You are good. The way you analyze things, the way you come up perspective, you are good. She told me that after our third session. But, and I want to be clear, I go to see my psychiatrist because she's a very beautiful 70-year-old black woman. The fattest booty. Oh my God, she's just beautiful. I might ask her out on a date one time. And I told you I will never, but she is just a beautiful woman. She is. She's a beautiful woman. She's a very beautiful woman. Feminine, very beautiful woman. Another story. You know, and I said I would do another thing, but I would do it for her. Let me just say that. Let me tell you before you back up. Let me go. I would never do it for black women. Hey, look what he said. Just know that. But again, I didn't tell nobody. I sent pictures. I did videos. I posted on my personal Facebook about my hand. I told you guys about it. But a person that calls me just about every day Don't know. Sent me pictures today, this morning. Don't even know. Why don't they know? Because the little sprinkle love that individuals give, you guessed it, pick a care. 5, 6, and 9. Quattro, calm down, man. Quattro, what he does is when he wants to get out the car, because we're on the Charger, when he wants to get out the car, everything annoys him. He sees a bird. Whoa, 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 whoa. When he see a person walking out, he's scratching on the door panel. He just loses his damn mind. And that's his way. Now he sees somebody, he growling at him. The guy just, the guy waved to us. Quattro, now he go into pit bull antics because he wants to get out the car. That's what he wants. But like I was saying, you guessed it, pick a care. 5, 6, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, and 10. They don't care nothing about. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something what I learned about women. Women are incapable of love. You cannot live life based on your feelings and think you are capable of loving somebody. You're not. You're not. You know, Dave Nutzer said it back. He was the first person I ever heard it. He said women aren't capable of love. He said this last year. I'm 56 years old last year. I never heard a person say this before. But he was 100% dead on. Think about this. You are on a level of loving somebody and they're only on a level of care. Care and love are two different things. If it was the same, it would have had the same meaning. But care and love are two different things and they have two different meanings. Men, we love our families. We love our wives, but they only care. This is why everything now that you see, divorces now are based on my happiness. One is an independent thing. We can't do nothing about my happiness. It's only me thing. And the thing that will help me be happy is I get rid of you, tear down my family, get rid of everything. The life that my kids know and everything know, to get rid of you is going to make me feel good. Somehow, divorced women, there's a study that showed divorced women live a sparkling, miraculous, stress-free life. They enter the world of worse things and stress, etc., by doing this parenting thing on their own and think that happiness is waiting for them there. This happens because they love nothing. They love nobody. They only care. Another video. So when you care, when you have something as depth as an accident, I was supposed to get my operation yesterday to put the tendon back. The one hand right here, the tendon is tore up, so I won't be able to make a full fist. So they was like, you got to have somebody come here with you. I didn't have nobody. So I can't get the operation. But I sat back and looked at my life. And looked at all the people that I loved, all the people that I cared about, all the people that I gave 100% of me to. And I have never been a woman's first. And I want to be clear. I want to be clear about something. Is there pain in there? No, it's not pain. It's more like resentment. Resentment. Pain means that it's lingering, is this and all that. Resentment comes in the thought. When I think about it, listen, I'll break it down to you like this. For people that was here with me for the years, when I broke up with that girl Shelly that I used to date in St. Louis, you remember those earrings that I brought her and those fly-ass Cazals that I brought her and sent them to her. And then she sent me the picture that she got them. When she sent me the video that she got it, she was crying. And the reason why she was crying is she couldn't believe that somebody broke up with her fine ass and then on top of that, sent her some parting gifts. I'm a parting gift expert. Last year, I brought me a fifth wheel scooter, $400. I brought this person one too. I didn't want nothing from it. Last year when I brought me the $700 pair of Cazal glasses, at the same time I ordered a woman a $500 pair of Gucci's and mailed them to her. Didn't have to see me, didn't have to go out on a date and I pop them on the table, nothing. This is what I do. Last year in November was the end of that. I shut all that off. I said I will never buy anybody anything. Not. My generosity and who I am as a man, resentment destroyed all that. I am giving brag rights to people that don't deserve me. And I'm not doing it no more. And when you can sit there and look at a person, that says, meet a woman, and then that woman edit his videos, and you know women that know how to do it won't do it for you. And same said individual, all they did was talk about how women ain't nothing but bitches, this and all that, but then can shut that off and then have women flocking over them. It's resentment. I did a lot of wrong things to women. I resent a resentment. I am not and will not ask a woman for nothing. Nothing. I have been shown great. Maybe one day I'll meet a woman on the level of great, but I'm not going back down to good to find a woman, and I'm definitely not going back down to okay. I was okay, I was good, now I'm great. I'm staying at the level of great, and a lot of people don't understand this. A lot of people they don't get it, and this is why a lot of individuals, you fellas, are in relationship with women that don't give two fucks about you. I did a video earlier that I posted on my personal Facebook. And in that video, I talked about, the perspective and narrative of in order to exist in the universe of the social life, to include a relationship with family. My daughter, as long as I would allow her to continue to lie to me and everything, we would be in a relationship. My mom, as long as I will allow her to talk to me like absolute trash, we can be in a relationship. My brother, if I can allow him to just make a mockery of who I am as a person and don't respect me and keep disrespecting me, we can be in a relationship. Anything other than that, anything other than me standing 10 toes deep on you're not going to treat me like trash, anything me I can't be in a relationship with nobody. And I find it funny. I find it funny. And here's the humor in it. People with 1,000 friends act like all 1,000 of those friends will come to them for their aid, right? People with 50 friends, people that say I'm out hanging out with the guys drinking a cold one, I'm out with my girls. People act like all them individuals will if you call them up and say I can't make my mortgage, they'll say how much you need, I got you. Call people up and tell somebody adult needs get handled like childish shit. When you have adult needs and you call on people that you think is your friend for help, you'll notice that you're talking to a child. Now nobody got money, etc., etc. So me personally, I understand this narrative. This is why when they said you need to have somebody here with you, I said I don't have nobody, blah, 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 blah. Then they called back later on, well, we took the operation off the thing yesterday. And I was like, cool. I'm not asking nobody to change their rules for me. When I went Tuesday, they said that we can operate on you tomorrow. So setting the dogs up, this and all that, it was just the spare the moment thing. And I that's why that happened. It was like, you can't expect me to have this all done in a day. Quattro, so I'll give you an example. To take my dog, let's say if I was to do a dog place that babysit dogs, they want all the paperwork for Quattro. And last time I had Quattro 3 years. His thing runs out this April. His whatchamacallit runs out. Lady I got last year, hers is for 3 years. But they would want to come in and do an assessment, see how well the dogs get along with other dogs, this and all that. I couldn't have came back from the VA on Tuesday, and then said, called up a dog babysitting place. Hey, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, we can, no, I'm not doing that to my dogs. I'm not. So there's a lot more to go through that. I'm gonna get with my, whatchamacallit, and see other options. But that's what the Veterans Administration was saying. But anyway, I am, again, I don't have nobody, I didn't have nobody, and I'm not asking nobody for nothing. I will deal with all my problems on my own. How would I remedy that? Tomorrow I have an ad running in for a personal assistant that is going to become working with me out my house, where I do my videos in the house, personal assistant, and then duties to include watch the dogs. So if anything else like this happen, I can say, listen, I gotta do this, whatever. Just come watch the dogs, check in on the dogs for me, blah, 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 blah. So I'm gonna take care of that. But the perspective and narrative of me thinking that anybody should care, as I stated earlier, don't nobody care. My professor told me that in the future, all the people in your family will be all those you live under the same house as you. Excuse me. And that is so true. I live under the house with nobody. I have to create this. But this is why I didn't tell nobody about my injury. This is why, this is why I didn't tell nobody about my injury. This is why I'm not telling nobody that I know. I'm not. I don't need fake caring. Again, I spent Thanksgiving by myself. Nobody called me up and said so much as come get a plate or I can bring you a plate. But I know a lot of fuck niggas. I know a lot of dudes out in the streets, this and all that. They gotta play eeny, meeny, miny, mo with where they gonna get a plate from. But the good guys, this is what we get. We gotta come down off of this great, because what everybody gotta understand is the higher you are on the level of great, or when you enter the realm of great, let's set it up like that. When you enter the realm of great, discipline is a big part of that. People don't want to be disciplined. People want to be reckless. As 57-year-old man, I see it. People want to be reckless. They want to have a lack of discipline. And as long as all that could exist, as long as all that is in play, you will be allowed to mingle with them. But the second as you go over the threshold and enter the world of great, you got to go back down to good to have friends. And so when you get to that threshold of great, you see a lot of things that you look back on and say, wow, this is what exists in that realm, or I'm past that now. I have no interest in going back to, I have no interest in, I don't. I will deal with all my pain, hurt, and problems on my own. I will set things up into the future to have it covered. I now realize that, oh, you know what? I got to cover this. So I'm going to have it covered. I just need a little time to set it up. But stop dealing with women that's not giving themselves to you 100%. When that woman is not giving herself to you 100%, she is doing the pick a care bullshit. And they will throw in care. Why didn't you tell me? Oh, you should do this. I'm not, and nobody needs to tell me about shit going on in my home. I don't need to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. So I'm not telling nobody nothing. Tell me what you think, man. Leave your comment below the video. You guys have a good one.